There's a kind of wear and tear in a home you don't notice right away. It doesn't look messy, but over time, it quietly adds up and your body feels it before your eyes do. Nothing looked wrong in my home, but it never felt easy to be in. I got used to that tension and stopped questioning it. And when I slowed down and paid attention, I realized it wasn't one big issue. It was a collection of small, everyday exposures, scents, residue, stagnant air, things that don't cause harm all at once, but slowly pile up and stay with us longer than we realize. So in this video, I'm sharing 12 declutter-style resets that lower that quiet exposure without replacing everything. These are small swaps, simple boundaries and habits you can do one at a time. Nothing dramatic, just changes that make your home feel lighter, calmer, and easier to live in as you move into the new year. And we're starting with the one most people overlook, but it affects the whole house, the fastest, the air and scent around you. Let's start with the fastest way to make a home feel lighter without cleaning anything. Most homes don't feel heavy because they're dirty. They feel heavy because the air is always doing too much. Candles, sprays, plugins layered on top of each other so the space smells nice, but never actually feels clear. This is the kind of irritation that doesn't look like a problem. Everything appears fine, yet there's a constant background note in the air that quietly drains you. Not bad, just tiring. Here's the simple reset: stop adding scent and start removing the reason it's there. If you can't remember the last time you intentionally used a candle or spray, it doesn't need to live out in the open. Put it in a donate bag or a 30-day box. Then swap the habit, not the product. Open a window for 10 minutes in the morning, even while you're getting ready. And when something smells off, don't mask it. Wipe it. A damp cloth on the sticky cabinet edge, the dusty baseboard, the trash can rim, the bathroom counter. Smell is usually information, not something to decorate over. I used to spray after dinner because it felt like keeping things together. What I was really doing was perfuming a room that needed air and a quick wipe. The moment I stopped masking and started clearing the house felt calmer without me doing a deep clean. And once the air stops feeling performed, the next smell becomes obvious. It's almost always trash. And when you're done with this video, I have another one that pairs perfectly with its simple cleaning habits I've learned from professional housekeepers. So your home stays lighter without you doing more. Stay tuned for that one. Next is the kind of smell you didn't even choose. Scented trash bags feel like a responsible little upgrade until you realize they're basically an air freshener you're forced to live with. And unlike a candle, you can stop using this one, sits there all day, slowly perfuming your home with clean laundry plus garbage, which is not relaxing. This tip solves a different irritation than tip 1, that the house feels oddly stuffy near certain corners, feeling especially around any main trash can, even when everything looks clean. The switch is easy go unscented. Then handle odor the boring way, the way that actually works. Take the trash out more often and wipe the bin itself on a schedule. I keep it simple. A quick wipe of the rim and lid once a week, and a deeper wipe inside whenever something leaks. If you use a liner, same rule, unscented. One thing that surprised me, the moment I removed scented bags, the house didn't smell worse. It smelled like nothing. And nothing is the goal. When the background scent disappears, your brain stops bracing without you realizing it was bracing. Once the background smell is gone, the next thing I notice is trust what I'm using every day that touches food, water, or skin. Tip number 3. This one isn't about smell or clutter. It's that low level, I don't fully trust this feeling that shows up in the most ordinary moments when something touches what you eat, drink, or put on your body every day. A deeply grooved plastic cutting board is one example, but it's not the only one. This also shows up with old plastic food containers, a scratched plastic water bottle you refill daily, kids' cups with cloudy sides, or that plastic spatula that's starting to look tired. My mindset here is simple. I'll use things up in a lot of categories. But for high contact items, I don't do the keep it until it's falling apart thing. Because the cost isn't just the object, it's the tiny doubt it creates every time you use it. So, I do a quick scan once in a while. What do we touch daily that's plastic and visibly worn? Scratched, cloudy, warped, permanently stained, or holding smells. Pick just one to retire. Not a whole overhaul. One item. A small example, I kept using a cutting board that still worked, but every time I washed it, it never felt truly clean. Replacing that one thing didn't just change the kitchen, it changed how calm I felt making food. And once you feel that relief, it becomes easier to make the next upgrade without spiraling. And speaking of spiraling next is the gentlest boundary that reduces exposure without turning your life into a project. Now for the cleanest decision you'll make today. Some items drain your energy because you have to negotiate with them. A scratched nonstick pan is one of those. Every time you see the scratch, your brain starts doing math. Is this fine? Is it dangerous? Should I replace it? Am I being dramatic? That mental loop is exhausting. This tip solves decision fatigue, not storage, not smell, just constant uncertainty. So I use a rule that removes the negotiation. If it's scratched, it's done. No debating. If replacing it immediately isn't possible, use a temporary bridge. Keep it for low heat, quick things. Only like eggs while you plan a replacement. But mentally, the pan is retired. You're not trusting it for everything anymore. Same rule for anything that's scratched and regularly touches heat or food. Once it's worn, it doesn't get to stay in your daily rotation. I had one pan I kept because it still works, but I didn't enjoy using it. I kept thinking about the scratch instead of the food. When it left, it wasn't just safer, it was quieter in my head. After food contact items, we moved to a totally different kind of daily irritation, the tiny moments that make you irrationally annoyed, like hunting for a lid. Next is the kind of annoyance that makes you snap at nothing. You know, the moment you're trying to pack leftovers, you're already tired and suddenly you're digging through a cabinet like a raccoon because the container has no lid. Or it has a lid, but not its lid. That's not you failing. That's a system that's broken. This tip solves micro friction. The small, repeated frustrations that make home life feel harder than it needs to be. My rule is blunt: if you have to go find the lid, that container is no longer doing its job. The job of a container isn't to exist. The job is to close easily, stack easily, and make your day smoother. So I do a quick reset, pull everything out, match lids fast, then keep only the most consistent set, the ones that stack and close without drama. Anything warped, stained, mismatched, or missing a lid goes. You're not throwing away storage. You're deleting daily annoyances. And this isn't just a kitchen thing. Missing lids shows up in pantries, bathroom bins, and those random under-sink containers too. The payoff is real fewer containers, more usefulness, less irritation. And once the container situation is calmer, we can do the gentlest upgrade on this whole list without turning it into an all-or-nothing lifestyle. Okay, now we're going to solve a different kind of overwhelm, the pressure to do everything perfectly, because I'm never using plastic again sounds strong. Right up Ina until it meets a real Tuesday. This tip isn't about being extreme, it's about one high-impact boundary that works in the kitchen, the bathroom, the car, and basically anywhere life gets warm. Here it is, Keep heat and plastic apart as much as you realistically can. Heat is where normal plastic use starts to feel less neutral. Hot food, microwaves, dishwashers, boiling water, leaving plastic bottles in a hot car, even pouring very hot tea into a plastic tumbler because it's nearby. So instead of trying to replace everything, I just change the moments that matter most. I microwave in glass or ceramic. I let hot leftovers cool a bit before they go into a container. If something comes out of the dishwasher still warm, I don't rush to seal it in plastic right away. In the bathroom, I keep hot shower steam and heavily scented plastic products from turning into the whole room's atmosphere by choosing fewer hot plus plastic plus fragrance combos. What makes this doable is the mindset not never just less. One small swap repeated daily beats a big purge you resent. And once you remove that, I have to fix it all pressure. The next irritation becomes obvious when things look clean but don't feel clean. This one fixes a very quiet kind of fatigue, the kind you don't notice because it never becomes urgent. Water is something you reach for all day. So even a small passing doubt, is this fine? Is this still okay? Doesn't show up as worry. It shows up as a low background tension that just sits there. You don't consciously think about it, but your body never fully relaxes around it either. The goal here isn't to build the best system or the most optimized setup. It's to choose one that fits your real life, especially the tired version of you. The version that just wants to fill a glass and move on, not research filters or second guess a decision you already made. So pick one filter you'll actually keep using. A pitcher if that's easiest. A faucet attachment if you hate refilling things. A countertop filter if it fits your space. The right choice is the one you won't resent maintaining. Then do the step that turns this into a true set and forget system. Write the next replacement date directly on the filter itself. A small piece of tape, a sticker, a marker. On the object, not in your phone, not in a note you'll forget exists. I used to rely on memory, and I'd only remember when the water tasted slightly off. That tiny moment of doubt bothered me way more than it should have. Writing the date down erased the question completely. No wonder, no checking, no mental tab left open. That's why this works so well as a declutter reset. It's not about removing an object, it's about removing a recurring thought. One small decision that keeps paying you back every single day without asking for attention. And once you feel what it's like to delete one quiet background question from your routine, it becomes much easier to notice the next category that does the same thing, the products that sit on your skin for hours at a time. All right, different irritation now. This one isn't about the air feeling off, it's about your body carrying a scent all day. Like a quiet soundtrack you didn't choose. You stop noticing it, but your nervous system still has to process it in the background, especially when you're overstimulated or trying to unwind. Here's the shortcut that keeps it simple. Start with what stays on your skin the longest, not what you rinse off. The leave-on products that sit there for hours, that usually means lotion or hand cream first, then deodorant, then face body wash later. You don't need to replace everything at once. Swap one item when it runs out or sooner if you already feel a tiny ugh every time you use it. Look for fragrance-free, not lightly scented. And keep it boring on purpose. Boring is what makes this doable. A small moment that convinced me I put on a scented lotion and kept catching it all day while eating, working, even trying to sleep. It wasn't bad, it was just constant. Once you remove fragrance from even one leave-on product, you'll notice the next place scent loves to cling without permission, your sheets and pajamas. Now let's talk about the kind of discomfort that's hard to explain. You're resting, but the room still feels a little thick. This is the sleep scent audit. Because you're not around your bedding for 5 minutes, you're in it for 6 to 8 hours, night after night. So whatever is heavily scented in your laundry becomes the atmosphere you sleep inside. You don't have to quit cold turkey. The easiest transition is a taper. Use less softener, scent beads, or linen spray first, then see how your body feels. Cut it in half, then cut it again. Start with what's closest to your face: pillowcases, sheets, and sleepwear. If you want one simple accelerator, keep sleep laundry a little cleaner and quieter than the rest for a week. You'll notice the difference fast. The payoff is subtle, but real. The bedroom feels softer, and your body stops bracing at night. And once your sleep space is less loud, the next irritation becomes obvious: the feeling of residue when something looks clean but doesn't feel clean. This tip is about that clean but coated feeling, whether it's dishes, hands, towels, or the shower. This isn't about toxins as a scary concept. It's about that specific petty little frustration when something is supposedly clean, but it leaves a film. A glass that feels slippery, plates that look hazy, hands that feel coated after soap, the bathtub that feels slick even after you rinsed. It's not dramatic. Your brain reads it as great. Another thing that isn't actually finished. So the goal is clean feels neutral. Not perfumed, not coated, not squeaky from overproduct, just neutral. First, if you notice film on dishes, don't blame yourself, blame the product. Switch the dishwasher detergent if it's leaving residue, and do one simple monthly reset run: the dishwasher empty on a hot cycle with a bowl of white vinegar on the top rack. That's it. No complicated ritual. Then make it whole home. If you're getting that same coated feeling in the bathroom or laundry, treat it the same way. One product at a time. If your hand soap leaves your skin feeling weird, try a simpler fragrance-free option. If towels feel waxy or overly scented, cut back on boosters and add an extra rinse once in a while. If the shower feels filmy, use one cleaner consistently and rinse fully. Don't stack sprays on top of each other. The payoff is bigger than it sounds. When clean stops leaving residue, your home feels lighter and you stop carrying that tiny background irritation all day. Next up is the kind of heaviness that isn't about clutter at all. Your home looks fine, but the air feels stuck. A lot of my place feels gross moments are really my space can't breathe. Cooking smells linger, bathroom humidity hangs around, a bedroom feels stale in the morning, and even your living room or laundry corner can start feeling weirdly stuffy for no clear reason. So treat ventilation like it matters. The habit is tiny when you cook. Turn on the hood before the smell builds and let it run a few minutes after. After anything intense, frying fish, garlic-heavy meals, crack a window for 5 to 10 minutes, even just a little. And outside the kitchen, same rule: run the bathroom fan during showers and for a few minutes after. In the bedroom, a quick morning window moment does more than another spray ever will. A small tip that helps more than people expect: use back burners when you can. It keeps more steam and grease under the hood instead of drifting into the room. When air can move, everything feels lighter with less effort. And once the air is calmer, the final thing that makes a home feel too much is usually simple. Too many bottles, too many overlaps, too many tiny decisions. Last one, and this solves a different kind of overwhelm: not smell, not guilt. Decision fatigue. A lot of homes end up with 5 or 6 cleaners that are basically cousins. One for glass, one for counters, one for stainless, one for extra strength plus disinfecting sprays. And the real cost isn't just money. It's the layering, the scent, the constant which one do I use. So I like a one-system approach. Keep 1 or 2 all-purpose products that handle about 80% of your surfaces and make that your default. Then set one boundary that prevents that chemical pile-up feeling. Don't stack products on the same spot back to back. If you just sprayed something, wipe it fully. Rinse with a damp cloth when needed, then stop. More spray isn't more clean, it's more residue. This also keeps you safer because casual mixing is how people end up with headaches or harsh fumes. Keep it boring and consistent on purpose. The payoff is underrated. Fewer smells lingering, fewer bottles shouting for attention, fewer tiny decisions. Your home feels cleaner partly because you're not constantly adding another layer to it. That's it. 12 small shifts I use to lower the background noise in a home without turning it into a full-time project. You don't need to change everything at once. One small change is enough to start, and it's usually the beginning of your space feeling lighter. Maybe you're trying to save time, reduce that constant low-level overwhelm, and make your home feel calmer in real life, then pick one step from today and try it this week. Let it be simple. Let it be doable. For the next video, I'm sharing cleaning tips I've learned from professional housekeepers, the kind of habits that make a big difference without adding more work. Watch that one right after this. And if this helped, feel free to share and subscribe because you deserve a home that's easier to breathe in every day.